What up, homies of the interwebs? This is lugnuts.guapo coming at you from Maverick Harley-Davidson, and this is a 2018 FatBob. And nothing has changed with the 2019s when it comes to the FatBob. And this one has a stage 1 with Screaming Eagle intake, Bassani 2-in-1, and it sounds nice. I have heard these with the exact same pipe with some cams in it, and it is rowdy. But anywho, what we're talking about is this bike in particular. I did a video, actually it's probably been the second video I ever made for the dealership, and it's comparing it to the Dyna. And if that's what you're interested, I'll put the link at the end of this video so you can see that video as well. But this one we're talking about this FatBob in particular. So anywho, roll the tape.
Retro.
It's like the third time, man. All kinds of technical difficulties today. It seems like lately all kinds of random crap has been going on. Hello, sir. You and your little white little Volvo there. So adorbs. Here we go. Totally just smoked that tire. Oh, if you've seen my videos before, you know that I say this every single time. This platform is insane. It's awesome. It's incredible. Not only the frame with the motor shock, but the motor itself. There is so much that you can do. There's so much power to squeeze out of that motor with less money than it would take you to do it with a twin cam. What do I mean? Like if you did a stage 1 and a stage 2, it might cost you relatively the same, but the numbers are not the same. Latest Suspension has a fat white FatBob that they did a fueling cam kit in the stage 1 with the exact same exhaust, actually, just not in black. They did like the stainless steel exhaust, something like that. But the point being that they squeezed about 140 something horsepower and 140 something torque or something like that. Of course, it depends on the cam setup that you choose. But point being that for the same amount of money in the same stage 1 and stage 2 twin cam versus Milwaukee 8, this wins a ton. Like nobody's business. I know a buddy of mine has a Lowrider S with cams and a stage 1, and he was like 0.3 something like that away from having 100 horsepower. Probably spent the same amount of money. With this, you get so much more. Construction. Wave that flag, sir. Wave it. So FatBob, obviously the flagship of performance for Harley-Davidson, and you can see why. Why lugnuts? Why is it that this is the flagship? Well, first of all, suspension. Let's go over these train tracks, shall we? And boom, like butter. Number 2, braking. You have dual disc brakes on the front, on the back, and of course you got your Milwaukee 8, which is what you have on all performance bikes. Oh, come on, just put the cones further out, man. Make people move left and right, left and right. Jeez, stinks. Guess they're repainting or something. Anywho, so suspension, brakes, motor, platform, and man, does it the whole combination of all those things is amazing. Now, the ergonomics of this is fantastic. Of course, with the Dyna, the FatBob Dyna, anywho, your legs would be stretched out all the way out, and it was comfortable for the most part. In combination with the drag bar, it's pretty nice. But this right here, look at this. Look at how nice that is. It's not quite mids, not quite forwards. It's just an in-between, and it is fantastic. I'm about 6 foot, and I cannot complain. The drag bars do make you lean just a tad bit over, just enough to make you feel like you want to ride this as aggressively as possible, and with good reason. Now, if you've never ridden anything with inverted forks, there's something there you will notice is, especially in slow speeds around a parking lot, you cannot turn the handlebars as far as you could with something that doesn't have an inverted fork. And the reason why is because the forks are so thick, so wide, that it takes, you know, it takes space. So when you're at higher speeds outside of a parking lot, which, I mean, again, you'll probably won't notice it as much. I mean, this way out handles a lot of bikes that Harley has put out in the past. It's amazing. It really is. Oh, so much power! This seat on this bike is very, very comfortable. If you've tried out like some step-up seats, kind of like something that was from like Saddleman or something like that, this is kind of similar, except it caresses your butt cheeks a lot better. It just kind of has a nice little curve. It's not like flat like a step-up seat. It's so comfortable. For a passenger, the pillion is pretty small. I mean, for around town, short trips, 1-2 hour trips, not a big deal. Longer trips than that, your passenger might be complaining after that. And not to mention that they sit quite a bit higher on that fender than they would on the previous FatBob. But again, if I was to buy this, for the most part I would like to ride solo, and I could ride around corners more aggressively. I mean, this seat, even the material on the seat just kind of doesn't let you slide that much. It's pretty good. Real good. Now obviously my test route that you have around here, there's not a lot of twisties I can just go to and test it out, but I have ridden this bike on some twisties and it is prime, sir. That is prime. This is an amazing bike. It really is. And again, performance wise, doesn't take much to make this a I mean, it already is a monster. If you're coming from a 1.0, even from a 103, a twin cam, this is a monster at a 107. Of course, they do make it in the 114, and it's quite something. And not to mention, recently S&S came with a 120 bolt-on kit. 120 bolt-on kit! And of course, like S&S, they make a ton of products that are just bulletproof. They're amazing, and I wish we had one of these that had that kit on it. One of these days, I'll test one out. But it is a monster, and it's not that expensive. It's like 2-3 grand or something like that. I can't remember. Probably 2 grand. 2 grand to turn this into something like a 120. Woo! Woo! Oh, so good. Makes me excited. Anywho, if you haven't already, subscribe if you like this content. Woo! Subscribe and give us a like, comment below, and yeah, if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram at Mav Harley and on Facebook as Maverick Harley-Davidson, and check out our podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. That's on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/ML-HD, and on iTunes it is MLHD, one word. Check it out. I talk to everybody that works within the boat dealerships. A lot of fun. We talk about bikes and about a whole bunch of other random stuff, so go check it out. And yeah. Oh, we have a tunnel, not tunnel, a bridge. Get ready for the thunderous echo of a sunny road rage. Ready? And woo! Oh yeah. Anywho, ooh, what's going on over here? All right, there we go. And if you want to test ride this thing, call us here at 972-245-1492. Schedule your test ride, make it yours, and get some wind therapy. Woo! Later. Blop, 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 blop. Oh yeah. Hopefully this works, because then I'll have to do a 4th video. I'm trying to avoid that at all costs today.